my top 10 games that I was looking forward to seeing more than anything else, obviously, number one, we already hit that. When looking forward to not only seeing played, but to know when they're going to be played. Two of my top three was Rams at Seahawks and Russ at Seahawks. The same day, the Seahawks traded away Russell Wilson to Denver, we learned that Bobby Wagner was getting cut. He wound up with the Rams. So it's week 1, Russ at Seahawks. Week 18, bookends, and the Seahawks schedule. It's Rams and Bobby Wagner at the Seahawks. Another game that I was interested in seeing when it was going to be scheduled, because it would give maybe a window into what the schedule makers thought would be a possible suspension for none other than Deshaun Watson, is when are they going to schedule the Browns at the Texans? When is that going to happen? And sure enough, Browns are at the Texans in week 13. Week 13. And thus, if, let's just say he gets suspended for 10 games, he's back for it. You could sit there and say, well, if he suspended 12 games, he would be back for it. But there's a bye in the middle of it. He would miss it.
You have an 8-game suspension, right?
He's back or whatever. So they placed it late in the season. And another interesting aspect of it is they put it as a 1 o'clock straight up Eastern game right in the middle of an afternoon of a whole bunch of other games. There's no prime time aspect of it, and I think we can all guess why. Nobody really wants a piece of talking about Deshaun Watson right now.
The lead up to that for a whole day.
But let's just say it's a 6-game suspension. Let's just throw that out there, okay?
Sure.
We don't want to put that Brown schedule out one more time, if you don't mind, Mike Hoskins. So these are the games that the Browns would be with Jacoby Brissett at the controls. At Carolina, home for the Jets. You only have one division game. It's home against Pittsburgh. That's a Thursday nighter. So you're going to have the Steelers on the road in a short week, although, as you might imagine, it's not a very long trip for them. At Atlanta, home for the Chargers, and then home for New England. A little Jacoby Brissett versus one of his former teams. That would be 6. I mean, we have no idea how good anybody's going to be, but that seems doable, for the lack of a better phrase. Without Deshaun Watson and Jacoby Brissett, you can win some of those football games for the Cleveland Browns.
A few of those, yeah.
But the team that was playing defense for Baker Mayfield in the first 6 weeks of last season better show up.
Yeah.
I mean, better tighten up, let's put it that way. Because I think Baker's getting a raw deal in many different ways, and they would have won that game against Kansas City if they played a little bit of defense in week 1 last year.
Week 1 last year.
Don't forget that. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.